Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Kind of Funny Games. My name is Colin. This is Nick. This is Michael from Housemarque, one of the great developers in the gaming industry. We're here to talk about the PS4 exclusive Alienation. It's almost here, finally.
Yeah.
It's going to be the final. What are they calling the 6 games that are coming out? Do you guys? The
launch party.
Launch party. That's what it is. It's the final game. What I would say the marquee title of launch party. Yeah.
There you go.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
The Housemarque title. Alienation, the newest Housemarque game. Obviously, you guys know Housemarque for Stardust, or Super Stardust, I should say. You know them from Dead Nation, etc. and so on. They make nothing but great games. Obviously, you know them from PS4's, I think, still best game, Resogun. This is the new one. This seems to be most in the spirit of Dead Nation, I would say.
To Dead Nation, yeah.
And do you want to give it? Do you want to play, or do you want me to play?
Either way. I mean, I've played it. I can show it off a little bit.
Show
first,
it. Yeah, show it off, and we'll try.
You can have a little go. Have a little. I guess it's booting. There's a little intro scene here, but let's jump into the game. But yeah, I mean, Dead Nation is the biggest influence. Of course, it's a top-down shooter like we usually do. It's all done in our new engine. Well, based on the old engine, but we just kind of revamped that stuff. And 4-player online co-op, and looting and shooting and all that cool stuff. So let's see if I can just jump in here. We have a lot of things.
I know. So I was getting excited about this. This is almost somewhat reminiscent of Dead Nation 2, just in terms of.
I won't get too much into it, but
you can get his
weapons. There's
my God, get into it. Do you want?
Slots for that, and then you can upgrade your character, all kinds of cool abilities, and then there's some upgrading for your guns.
Excellent. So it's pretty. So it's Dead Nation, I think, was your deepest game on a systems level, and this seems to be even deeper.
Quite deep, yeah. I mean, it's honestly, Dead Nation had a kind of cool, straightforward upgrade system, and right now we're just upping that by a whole new different ante. So it's not competing directly with the really high tier systems, but I mean, for Housemarque, this is our first try at that, and we really wanted to make our own version of this kind of looting upgrading system. So there's some familiar things in there for some players, but maybe even some new classic material.
Awesome. I'm excited. So I just can't wait. We're so close. Like, we're really just mere weeks away now.
It's April 26th, I think, is now the final date that we can lock down.
So there's a little
That's the
Dead Nation thing. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's your basic twin stick. We have
which is your heritage.
Usually that tends to be the direction we go with a lot of games. Here, of course, I'm playing solo, but anybody could drop in to the game just to help me out at any point.
Is it only online multiplayer, or can you play locally?
So yes, it's only online. We are exploring opportunities, but there's nothing I can officially announce at this point. So yeah, 4-player online multiplayer, definitely what we're focusing on.
Is it viable to play it by yourself from front to back, or is
absolutely. So there's a dynamic kind of a system that if your friend jumps in and they have a higher level or something, then they're definitely gonna up the level of the enemies too. So it should be pretty good. And
so it scales and all this, which is awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And it's gonna, I mean, as you know, most of our games, they tend to get quite difficult.
Yes.
Especially towards, after at least 30 minutes of play.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Dead Nation got pretty hairy in the mid and late game, especially by yourself.
Yeah.
But I kept coming back for more.
So here we can see that this is like a basic weapon pickup here. We have like different rarity systems that a lot of other games do. So you can here hold X to equip, and then that will automatically get equipped to the main weapon, and hopefully that's a better one. And actually, I can go in and see if we can upgrade it too. So.
Okay, so you can stop the game and dynamically do this, or whatever, which is cool.
This is basically you can go to the menu, but since we're online, you can pause it.
Okay.
So you can still get your ass handed to you by aliens.
Cool. I was going to ask you about that. So so the game doesn't freeze for everyone when everyone goes into the menu. You're kind of doing it and risking.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. So this one actually doesn't have an upgrade here through a tree here, but it's a little bit something reminiscent of Final Fantasy VII and with the materia system.
Okay.
And
so you're attaching things to augment.
Right. So it's like Diablo has the cores. I mean the gems. and we have the cores, and it's just, instead of just having 1 slot or 2 slots, we have a kind of this small tree with different bonuses, so it should be quite intricate, actually.
So what was it about, the game's design or whatever that made you guys want to not do this locally as well as online? Was it just a resource issue? Like you had to kind of focus on one or the other?
I mean, that's kind of the gist of it. When you start doing something like this, you know, 4-player thing, you really start thinking, are people going to be playing online or locally? And 4 players is already, I mean, Helldivers did an awesome job with local 4-player.
Another great game.
See, there I go. Talking and playing at the same time.
No, I hear you. Don't feel bad.
Do you want me to take over?
I'm going to jump out and then see if I can unlock some of the other levels so we can get some different kind of environments.
Okay. And Nick's willing to play if we want to chat too.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So maybe this is gonna be tough, but try to head into the Brazil level.
Yeah, this is the last level of the game.
So
go ahead and jump in.
This is not the last one,
I'm
but
just joking,
it's still
And it's twin stick, so you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We
played Dead Nation, I believe. I think we did a Let's Play on Dead Nation.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
I love that game.
Online, you know, a lot of people playing online stuff. You kind of jump in and you chat with your friends. It's one of those things that we felt that has more. Well, currently it seems to be something that we want to test out. So that's why we're focusing on that. We know that we have to deliver on a lot of different aspects there. We haven't done that yet. We haven't done 4-player or online specific stuff. So it's definitely something we're focusing on and try to just make that experience the best possible.
I'm curious, like, how you kind of came to the conclusion of, like, this is the I just love how you guys kind of jump around, you know, even with Outland, which you guys did for Ubisoft, but was a fantastic and totally different style game, which wasn't a twin stick shooter. How did you guys kind of settle on you wanting to revisit this particular format as opposed to like something more like, you know, like Defender like with Resogun or something more like Stardust like with the kind of spherical?
So I mean, you can kind of see a scale of different types of games. So it's ranging from really arcadey to semi-arcadey, and you know there's a Housemarque comfort zone somewhere in there. This game is, you know, very arcadey still. If you compare it to a lot of, let's say, top-down RPG games, there's a lot of that arcadey shooting element that really makes it more about moving around and dodging, and rather than just clicking a single button or doing magic or whatever. So that's really arcadey here, but it's not, you know, it's not your Robotron or Smash TV or just even like Binding of Isaac is straight up, you know, it's that action thing there. So we try to do a bit of more RPG-ish elements here, and it's a big game for the price point, I'd say.
Yeah, how much is it? Is it going to be $19.99? Is that what you guys are aiming for? Or is it?
That is exactly what we're going for.
Okay, cool. So, that sounds perfect to me.
This is not going. Okay.
And was this the game longest in gestation, like longest that you guys took to develop a game, or is it?
It has been. Yeah. So this has, of course, development processes, very intricate systems of nature. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. But this has been for a long time, and it's honestly it's funny to see how much we've learned during this process, and hopefully people who love Dead Nation will actually kind of see the process that we went to come from that to this now.
Oh shit! Those things explode.
This game's like it's just really it's like pretty. Like
there's a lot of particle effects. We actually as I mentioned, we have our own tech, and we have a couple of really cool particle effects guys and all kinds of neon colors and so on. So it's got some color to it too. Yeah, I like it. It's definitely got. It seems to have like at least on this stage, a kind of the opposite effect of Dead Nation. It's a little lighter and brighter and lusher. Yeah. But definitely see the heritage of the game. And the kind of the genetic attachment of each other. Let me see if I can actually help you out. Yeah. You want to jump in? If you press down on the D-pad, you can see there's those markers that you need to go and probably scan the radio transmitters. So there's a mini map. You can see a lot of things happening there. Those are. Oh, I see. And we have right now there's 3 nonverbal commands there at the other D-pad button, so you can kind of talk to your friends, and so on. How does it feel, Nick? How do you like it?
It's really fun. This is super fun.
Yeah, I'm digging it. Like
I'm trying to not
see. I can see you kind of wanting your hands-on time there too.
Yeah, I was saying outside, like let's be honest, like who deserves an early build more than Colin Moriarty? Who's a bigger Housemarque fan in the gaming industry than Colin Moriarty? Who has the Housemarque sticker on his computer lid?
It's true.
You know-
I don't know anyone else. I didn't even know they made stickers.
Yeah, well,
I'm joking.
it's our side business, you know. let me try
Yeah,
that.
you wanna
Let me
get in
try
here?
that. Yeah.
I'm getting
So
pushed around a
one of the
little bit.
things we're also doing is that, which
Also,
might be,
just for fairness, I was holding my own.
and
did all right.
for fairness, we actually run out of ammo here, so we might
Okay,
have
well,
to,
shit. So I handed it to you with no ammo.
let's see. That there's remote grenade. You can activate it upon impact. There's of course, right now we only have one weapon and then a grenade there. We don't have any of those abilities unlocked, but
Wait, did you just dash? Did I miss that? Is
yeah.
that
So there's
mechanic
every character has a different dash, which is in L1. This one actually,
Does that
you
actually do damage to enemies?
can, so you can upgrade it to damage enemies too,
Cool.
but by default it's non-damaging. Let's see if we can get through here alive. Probably
Wow, look at you
not.
go without any ammo.
Yeah, well now we got some ammo from somewhere, so
Oh,
and
but
then we
and then you died.
we
I mean, it's just the way it goes.
Let's see how maybe we can retake
Spitting
that.
that
There.
liquid flame out right there.
There's some nasty aliens there. for
What is
sure.
that thing right there on the right? Is that just a save
So
point?
these are checkpoints, yeah. So you can activate them. Of course, as you do die in these games, then you can kind of just wake up and relive, like Tom Cruise in this kind of suit, you know.
Beautiful. I like the Edge of Tomorrow
Yeah,
reference
yeah.
just now. Or Live, Die, Repeat, depending on
Exactly.
when you chose
But-
to see the movie.
Yeah, definitely. So one of the things we're doing is that we're adding a lot of dynamic elements to the game. So right now it could just say Horde coming on the screen, and then you'd be up for a really bad time. We have similar things with randomly generated bosses. So you can just have kind of elites, if you will, and they can have an array of different attacks and abilities that are random to each appearance of that boss.
You're in just a bad place in this level. I just want you
See,
to know
right
that.
now I get stuck there, and apparently my health is critical.
So you brought up Helldivers before, which I think Arrowhead did. That's a fantastic game. Is the
One more time.
they
more
were
time. You
obviously
gotta
developed concurrently, but is the map philosophy kind of similar, where you're put on a map that's somewhat open with different objectives, so you're
Right.
backtracking a lot and kind of seeing different parts of the map as you go.
So Helldivers actually did a lot of stuff, as if I remember correctly, that they had randomly generated levels with certain kind of objectives there. These are all designed levels that we're seeing right now. So basically, there's some random or dynamic elements like the enemy spawning and so on. All these random events that I just mentioned briefly. But we also do have fully procedurally generated levels towards the end of the game. So that's kind of like our take on the dungeon aspect of these type of titles. So you really get to have every gameplay session is different. So yeah, no, that's way too much. I'll skip to one more level here. But yeah, so
You want to get your hands on this bad boy?
Yeah, I'll play it a little bit.
procedurally
right.
generated levels towards the end of the game, or even quite early, you can test them out. But that's kind of the other end of it. So
Is there I know it might be a little premature to talk about it, but one of the things I loved most about Dead Nation was actually like those arenas you released, the
DLC.
post, the DLC.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is there? Do you guys want to are planning on doing maybe a similar
So
thing, depending on
we're really looking forward to planning kind of post-launch type stuff. Some of the stuff we've been thinking about is how can we bring people back to do different challenges and different kind of fun things. Of course, when you have a loot system like this, you can kind of give incentives to the players to like, oh, get this cool new gun, or come and get the high score in this kind of challenge to unlock something kind of special. So definitely looking forward to doing some post-launch stuff, but then again, it's one of those things that hopefully the community can give us some good pointers on what they want from the game.
That's awesome. So yeah, you guys don't have any point. You're gonna kind of wait and see.
Nothing's really locked in, and we're sort of open, and yeah, we'll see April 26th, and then maybe everything changes. Who knows?
Awesome. I'm super excited. So how are you guys feeling about the game inside the studio? I mean,
It's fun.
You must be. You guys are pretty confident in it.
It's one of those. Well, honestly, like it's always a process of just getting your baby out to the world, and you're always kind of worried about, are they eating enough? Are they safe? What's happening? But then,
Oh my God.
then when they're
Mobbed.
towards the release, you're kind of getting more confident, and hopefully everybody sees the same that you see in it. So.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've asked you this many times in the past when we've seen each other, but like, Do you guys feel a special sort of pressure? I mean, I feel like you guys really just make really great games, and it's not blowing smoke up your ass. It's like your games are great, and I often wonder if I don't know like what's in the water over there where you just don't miss.
I just put something in here.
Yeah, so maybe kind of funny won't be so terrible when you leave. I'll drink some of that water that you leave behind.
It's like the magic potion from Asterix or something. But it's one of those things that we really value quality and gameplay. So again, this is not. We don't have motion capture that with like the best facial animations. We don't really. We have people who write the stuff, but it's not like a Hollywood-sized production. So we just, I guess, we focus on certain things that we like to do, and then we add a little bit of things to get away from our comfort zone. But we still, when you do what you love, you kind of just want to make something better each time. And I think that's kind of the general philosophy back there. The gameplay is king, and everything else is excellent.
Hell yeah, it is. So let's talk a little bit about, Alienation's coming, obviously. It's weeks away in late April. How's Resogun been for you guys? Are people still playing it? Are people still scooping it up?
We did a lot of post-launch stuff with the 2 DLCs, and it's still available. It's it's on sale every once in a while. The DLC we added as a free update. We had a lot of like challenges and things, and so the leaderboards are semi-active. It's not as big as it was with the launch, but it's still cool, and we're learning things. We're looking at that for any future title that we're doing, how people are performing there. But definitely there seems to be still that Resogun crowd.
I still really do stand by that on a gameplay level, on a pound for pound level. That is still the best game on PS4. That game is just. I remember when what'd you say?
Get that respawn point.
Get the respawn.
Where is it?
There's
I'm not really paying attention.
The green kind of triangle there, so you can see the orange.
Over here.
You go there. I
can go around.
Up. No, up right. That
bad boy.
That one. With
this here. I'm sorry.
Right there.
I was looking at the.
It's all good. It's all good. You'll get it after a couple tries in about a month.
I mean, the game seems hard, and like that's good. That's good to me as well. So, all right. So you said you were paying attention to it for future games. How's Matterfall shaping up? We saw a little bit of just kind of a tease of that.
Paris Game Week, we did a teaser trailer. That's again something that it's good that we can kind of go in between and tease new stuff and still get the cool stuff out. As we're working on 3 titles right now, so we always like to. The
Jarvis game as well, right?
That's that's one of the other ones that we're working on, and it's cool to have multiple productions. This is again, the biggest thing we've had. So this team has been over 20 people, and the others are just a bit smaller. But you never know where they go and how these things grow.
Can you say at all, like, we still don't, I mean, you can kind of get a gist of what I think you might be going for with Matterfall, but I mean, what is it? Can you say anything about it yet?
See, that's the beautiful thing. The trailer sort of, I mean, as everybody knows, it's CG, and as a Housemarque trailer, you kind of, you want to see gameplay, right?
Of course.
But that trailer does hint a lot into it, and if you do know us as a company, you can clearly see things in the Matterfall trailer that I think you can draw your assumptions from. I'm pretty sure you already have an idea of what it's going for. So I can't officially say anything. That's my.
Colin, you get that gun.
That's my stand on it. But yeah. But check out the trailer. Maybe rewatch it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, people go check that out if you missed it at Paris Games Week. Housemarque is working on another Sony exclusive called Matterfall, which is an awesome name, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that has something to do with the elements of the game, also.
It's quite literal, maybe.
Yeah.
So let me. What time is it here? Okay, we got a little bit of time left.
Cool.
6 minutes. Okay. I don't have my computer. I wanted to.
Do you want to take some comments?
Yeah. Can you grab your computer? I want to take some comments from the audience, see if they have any questions, comments, concerns. I know it's not necessarily what you're here to talk about, but how's the Jarvis game coming? A lot of people are excited about that.
That's something that we've actually been quiet about for a long time, and it's something that we can't wait to start talking about more. As with any new project, you kind of have that silent phase, and then you're like, oh, and here it is, and then you just open the doors and the floodgates of everything. So currently, not much to say. We'll be talking more later on. There is a short trailer of the documentary movie we're doing with Jarvis with that. So just kind of insight into our company and how big fans of Jarvis we are. And
well, I think we saw that with Rezogun specifically.
Yeah,
how big of a fan you are.
And that's the beautiful thing is that to us it is perfecting the things and putting our own twist on games. And when Eugene saw it, he was pretty adamant about needing to make more of that kind of stuff. So
awesome. All right, so we're gonna go into the Twitch chat and see what everyone's saying in there. Nick's looking for it, I think.
I wish I had like another PS4 kid over here that I could just jump in with.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's probably frustrating watching me play. I'm also suffering from the same.
I'd play with you.
Yeah, well, of course,
Co-op, you know. But that's the beautiful thing about the 4-player co-op. It really, I mean, as I said, you can really play the game single player, but the dynamics change quite a bit when you get more people in there. Towards the procedurally generated areas, also, you kind of have. It all changes, man.
I love the kind of the EXP, but there's just a lot of like
stuff.
There's just a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of feedback in the game in terms of like you're doing this, you're getting your weapons, you're upgrading them, you're leveling your own guy up. It's cool.
Feedback is one of those things that if it's done right, you don't notice it too much. I mean, you notice it, but you don't think about it. So we've been really polishing and tinkering with all the things, how they work. For example, right now, you're getting the R3 reload thing that, you know, if you have the kind of, some other games have had this sweet spot there, you can see on the left-hand side, when you shoot your weapon empty, you can reload it with that kind of quick button thing, and there's a lot of small things that you'll pick up later on.
Yeah, the lighting's cool here.
A lot of questions coming in.
Cool, yeah, let's, let's see. I was gonna exit out.
Maybe we can go options and then abort, if you want to try that.
Options. Oh, abort, I didn't even see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Cool. All right, so what are folks saying here, Nick?
You can scrub around.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Do we want to end the Let's Play?
Yeah, let's end the Let's Play. Alienation, PS4 exclusively, April 26th. Housemark, you know it's going to be good. Thank you for watching. This was on twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames, by the way, in case you're confused what the hell's going on here. We're at Patreon. It's getting really hot in this room. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.